What's happening? It's your boy Papa Duck, man. Did y'all see the dude in Detroit, right? That shot 3 people inside the gas station, right? One of them ended up getting killed, okay? Bro, this video here, bro, this gonna blow your mind. Before we get into it, this is brought to you by UbuntuApparel.com. This is one of our new track sets that's coming. It ain't on the website just yet, but this and a couple of more colors coming. So go to UbuntuApparel.com, grab you some gear, man. And if you've already ordered anything off this website, man, thank y'all so much. I really appreciate it. Listen, man, this is what happened. The guy walked in, right? He tried to walk out, or he tried to, I guess, steal $4 worth of items, right? The clerk hit the button on him so he couldn't go out the door. The dude telling the clerk, let me out the door, let me out. If you don't, I'm going to shoot everybody in here. The man ended up shooting everybody in there, right? Ended up killing one. Then the clerk hit the button, let him out. Now they charging the clerk with manslaughter, okay? Now, this is what I want people to take from this, right? So a lot of people was in the comments saying, you know, he did all that for $4 and, you know, nowhere in the world was he right for what he did. That was effed up. That was real messed up and somebody lost their life. But this is what I want people to understand. When you take a person out of his natural habitat or animal and you change his ecosystem to cater you and your people, right? When you do that and that person or that animal, right, was to rebel or was to fight back or do whatever they had to do when they came to fight or flight mode, you cannot blame the victim. The person is the victim. And I know the programs that we've been downloaded, that has been downloaded in our brain gonna tell us, oh, that's wrong. He supposed to get out here like every other man and get money and do it. I'm gonna tell y'all something, bro. This is why I say, y'all looking for bombs and tanks and grenades when you fighting a war that you don't even know you fighting. This is silent weapons for quiet wars. Now, before we go any further, before we go any further, I want y'all to look at the word victim, okay? Look at the definition of what the word victim is before we go any further. Check this out. Now, you see that? A person that is tricked or duped. As if you're a victim. I want people to start thinking, bro. Okay, you really think if we was living in our natural habitat that we'll be in the jungle fighting over bananas? Do you really think that this would be going on? But when you look at what's going on, we've been born in a world where a group of people have been doing this since the beginning. I ain't gonna say the beginning of time, but for a long time, a group of people that want to control and rule everything has placed us in a situation, in an environment where we have to fend for ourselves with no resources. Right? They give you a hammer and a nail, expect you to build a house, which lets you know when you become fight or flight mode, you gonna commit a crime. They know this. They know this. So as a victim, when you bite, everybody point their finger at the victim. Again, what he did was wrong. It was messed up. But you must understand, not everybody hustle the same, think the same. Everybody have different issues, mental health issues. Everybody perceive things differently. I used to say that same thing, man, just get out there, man. You a man, you supposed to get out there. But I had to realize not all women think the same. Not all men think the same. But what I do know is this. We've been put in an environment that's ran by a group of people that systematically got us in this situation, and we point fingers at each other. I don't have you paying bills for 30 days, every 30 days. Them motherfuckers do, okay? I don't have you putting your children in school to be brainwashed. They do. So we must point the finger at the real problem. And again, what he did was wrong and somebody lost their life. But what I'm trying to get you to see that this is the same thing when I speak about the hunter and the wolf, right? When the hunter take a blade, put blood on it to trick, remember the word trick, just like I showed you in victim, trick the wolf to lick the blade because he thinking he finna eat. He licked the blade, cut his tongue, now he licking his own blood. He keep licking and licking and licking, thinking he eating, but he really killing himself until he die. Who do you blame? Do you blame the hunter or do you blame the wolf? You the wolf, baby. You the wolf. And this is what people must understand. We are the victims. And I say this all the time, just like the video I did the other day about how this female was just talking about the ideal man she want. He got to be this. He got to be that. He got to be strong. He got to know he won't. He got to know his purpose. Bro, we living in a society that we do not control nothing. So to look for that and to be instilled in a man is really going to boil down to his characteristics for his DNA. Some people just ain't gonna be cut from that cloth. And I'm telling you, bro, from a victimized standpoint, we point fingers at each other, but we're not pointing fingers at the ones who got us in this situation in the first place. And again, not all men think the same, hustle the same, perceive things the same. Not all women hustle the same, think the same, and perceive things the same. But what we all must realize is that we're fighting a war that most of us don't even know we're fighting. See, everybody looking for these tanks, grenades, and guns and all that. No, baby, this is a different type of war. I tell y'all all the time, silent weapons for quiet wars. We've been duped, victimized. And every time you look around, you know what I'm saying, it goes even worse. When you put black people on TV, right? Black people are the villain. He or she is painted to be the worstest thing ever. But when they put other people on TV, other nationalities, or white people or whoever, they're painted as the victim, like they've been tricked. This is a systematic thing that happens, and that's just one pillar of pillars that they use to put this perception out on us. Now, people look at that and look in the comments, oh, he did all that for $4. He did all that. So sometimes you got to say, why? I know we ain't that crazy. I know we ain't that crazy. I must realize and understand, bro, we've been placed in a society where we've been systematically brought down to the ground. You must understand this, bro. If not, we're going to be fighting each other with this fake perception of the reality that they gave us. They told us we got to get out here and work. They told us we got to pay bills every 30 days. We got to pay for life insurance. We got to do this. Bro, this shit is a scam. A job is a scam. Everything is systematically put in place to weaken the black man and the black family. So what I want people to understand is this, man. Think, man, before you judge. Who's doing this to you? I ain't got you doing this stuff. You ain't got me doing this stuff. We need to start applying pressure to the people that got us all in this situation. And this goes for white people too. This goes for brown people, black people. There's a select few of people at the very top that got us all hemmed down. Man, I never thought I'd see the day that I get it now. But I never thought I'd see the day where it clicked. Like, damn, man. We born into a world, man, that's free. Man, God put this on earth for all of us, man. But this small group of people telling us we got to pay for this. They done monetize everything. They done brain fucked us, man. Like, come on, people, man. These people use music, food, all kinds of influence to paint the perception in our head. And here we go running the rat race. We on the hamster wheel. We point fingers at each other. We trying to kill each other, but not knowing we ain't even the ones that put us in this situation. No one never speaks to them, and I know why. See, I told you at one time, it was the king on the castle, on the hill. You know what I'm saying? Capitol Hill. That's some Masonic shit. We could talk about it in another video. The Capitol Hill. Everybody can point their finger and say they go the king, the queen, and all that. They're the ones that's running everything and got everybody doing. So what they did, they got rid of the king and the queen, and they gave you government. Pay close attention now. Shit finna get real deep. Pay close attention. Now, when they gave you government, you know what that did? You know what that did? Government has so many pillars. Like I always say, if you had an issue with anything dealing with your presidency or anything, it is so many different pillars that you don't even know where to begin. You don't know who to email. You don't know who to call. You don't know who you should talk to. So you in a world where you've been hit and you don't know where it's coming from. You just taking all kind of ass whippings and hitting and you don't know where it's coming from. That's by design. Silent weapons for quiet wars. You cannot fight something you can't see. Come on, baby. Okay? And from that power that you can't see, right, comes authority. So it goes from the people to authority. You got authority telling the people what to do, right? And you got different government officials telling authority what to do. And the chain goes up, up, and up. To the point you ain't got to see them up there. They see you though. But you can't see who up there pulling them strings. But on the bottom, we blaming people for trying to eat. We blaming mothers for trying to do what they got to do. Like, check this out. Look at the prisons. It's all a setup. It's more people in prison in America than it is in some countries. That's facts. We got the most prisoners in any country in the world. Why? Because they put you out in society with limited to no resources and expect for you to survive. And when you can't pay them bills every 30 days that they say you got to pay, you got to do what you got to do. Because you're living in a world where there's a small group of people that want to control everything you do. Like I said, you think we'll be fighting over oranges and apples and bananas if we was put in our regular habitat, what God put very plentiful for all of us? But when you get a group of people that want to take all that shit from us, strip the continent of all its resources, right, and make you buy it back with man-made money, there's going to be some conflict. It's going to be consequences. People, open your eyes, man. Not saying what he did was right, but I understand. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you could drive people that far. Everybody don't think the same. Everybody's mental capacity, comprehension, it's not the same. But when are we going to start blaming the real people, the real puppet masters that's behind the scenes controlling everything? But we started blaming each other as victims. You understand me? You become a felon. I told you, I did a video about this. When you become a felon in America, you are a dead man in the eyes of the law. Okay? You are a dead man once you become a felon. And when you become a felon and go to prison, you become a slave. I've done so many videos about this. Slavery is just cheap labor, or in some cases, free labor. That's it. That's all slavery is. So if they can make you go to jail by putting you in a society where you got no education, you don't know shit, you already got a strike against you because you're black, okay? Nobody want to hire you. You put us on TV, exploit us as people that can't get along, as people don't like each other. They do everything in their power, man, to bring us down, bro. And when we fall in that trap, we blame each other. They force you back in their system, man. They coerce you back in their system. So once you back in their system, bro, you's a slave. Slave. And you know what the sad part about that is? The sad part about that is you cannot free a slave unless he or she knows that they're in bondage. You know how many people walking around here, man, don't think they slaves? You think because you ain't got bars around you that you're not in prison? You in prison here. You at war for your mind, homie. And before people go to saying, oh, when you outside, you got access to this, and when you ain't, man, you got motherfuckers in prison got more shit than niggas got on the streets, man. Everybody hustle different. So it damn so lets you know that in prison don't stop nothing. But this is what they trying to enslave your mind, partner. And that's why they do everything in their power, man, to control it. Okay? They use sound, music. They use food. Influence, symbolisms. They use everything. Because like I tell y'all, people looking for bombs and tanks and explosives and all that when they talk about war. No. This is a silent weapon for a quiet war. Boy, you at war every fucking day. And a lot of people don't even know it. So with that being said, man, you know what I'm saying? I have a real issue with that. And I just try to use my platform to put people on game so that you can start thinking differently. Because they already put the shackles on our mind by sending us to the 12-step brainwash camp school. Listen, I might do a part 2 to this, man. My phone going dead, man. And just know, man, like I tell you all the time, man, we got to start thinking different, moving different, and understanding so we can overstand, okay? But we're going to get a little bit more deep into it. If you're on Facebook, man, you made it this far, thank you, man. Please hit the like button, share button, comment, because they be trying to shadow ban me. You know what I'm saying? Please, man, help me put this content out. But like I tell you all the time, before my phone go dead, man, I love y'all. And like I say, in order for you to be found, you must first be lost. Ubuntu, baby. I'll holler at y'all on the next video, man. Peace.